Hello and welcome back to the channel everyone. Hope you all are well and you're enjoying the holiday season. I am back with another video, and in this one I'll run you through the team selection for the World Cup Fantasy quarterfinals. I'll talk about my team selection, what are the transfer plans I currently have, how am I intending to use the 5 transfers that we've got for this week, and I'll talk about the power captaincy thing, that if I am gonna play this chip in this one or not. So yeah, I'll talk about that in this video. Meanwhile, if you have not subscribed to the channel already, do that and help me reach 700 subs sooner. So without further ado, let's kick things off. So yeah, before I start talking about the World Cup Fantasy, we'll look at the Sawyer Fantasy. That is a pretty different concept. I've talked about it obviously in my previous videos. So those of you who don't know, this is a free-to-play fantasy where you can pick 5 aside. You can pick out cards of whichever player you like. Pick out 5 aside to play in this one. You can play this for free, and whatever your rank, whatever the points that your players have scored decides your rank at the end of the match day, and based on that rank you're gonna win cards. You can sell them or hold them as a collection for your side. So yeah, this is the concept for this, and this is currently my lineup. There's a link below in the description. You can click on that and you can join to play this free to play fantasy, the Sawyer Fantasy. So yeah, this is how my side is looking like for the quarterfinals. Now let's jump on to the World Cup Fantasy. Now looking at my side here, obviously I haven't set things up, but I think the things are pretty much set for according to the match days. I have Noppert in goals, a goal against Argentina. Obviously this wouldn't be one of those easy games for Argentina. Obviously they didn't have it easy with the likes of Poland and Mexico. We all thought that Argentina was a tough and a great side. They had a great chemistry, but things haven't been going their way so far. So yeah, they had tough games versus Poland and Mexico. Saudi Arabia was one of those tough games where they ended up losing the game, but still looking at this game here for Noppert, Argentina is going to be a big side. They obviously Argentina, the current team has some big players, and when there are big players in the team, anything can happen in that. So I do not expect Noppert to keep a clean sheet, but I am expecting a couple of saves. I'm still not sure that if we're going to get those saving points, but yeah, I'm not sure if any of the keeper might be able to keep a clean sheet, as this is quarterfinals. So yeah, I'm just going to go with Noppert, and if things go my way, we probably see a clean sheet, as Netherlands looks like a team in a better form than Argentina is. Obviously Argentina is wholly and solely relying on Lionel Messi so far. Alvarez has been, and a couple of players have been already in attack. Their defense is top notch, but their attack is missing the rhythm they had in the Copa America. But looking at the Netherlands side, they are still looking like a better side when they play. The defense has been a little bit flawed, but still I think Argentina would have a tough time scoring against Netherlands with the likes of Van Dijk and Matthijs de Ligt. So yeah, that would be the thing in this one. That is why I'm sticking with Noppert. I wouldn't use my transfer here, as I do not expect any of the keepers to keep a clean sheet, as the fixtures are tough. Now we look at the other keeper, that is Pickford versus France. Obviously I brought him in the last game week. Now against France, again this is a tough fixture. I think the probability of Pickford losing his clean sheet is very high. France has the likes of Mbappe, Oliver Giroud. If Mbappe is not going to score, Oliver Giroud will. If Oliver Giroud won't score, they've got Ousmane Dembele. If he doesn't, they've got Griezmann, and they've got a bench full of players. So yeah, obviously they do not have a good depth, but their players that are playing currently they are a top-notch side, and they are favorites alongside Brazil on the current form to win the World Cup. So yeah, this would be another tough game for England versus France. So yeah, I'm not expecting clean sheets, but hopefully we get some of those save points. I don't think they have given them so far, but those points were promised, and hopefully we might see some of those later on if this thing is fixed. So now looking at the defenders, I've got Sandro and Danilo, a couple of Brazil defenders. Now this is one game where I expect them to keep a clean sheet. Obviously Croatia are not a tough attacking side, are not a very good, very lethal attacking side. They are obviously defensively better, but not very good in the terms of attack. But Brazil has been alright defensively. They kept clean sheets in the group stage. They have only lost it in round of 16 versus South Korea, the game they had. But still, they had a good record. Obviously they didn't let the opponents do that shot on target thing. Their stat they kept in the group stage. So yeah, I personally think that Sandro and Danilo could be a good duo in this one, where we might see a couple of clean sheets if that is possible. But Obviously, these are two attacking wing backs, and we might see attacking points too if they are included in those attacking returns. If they are providing those, if they are not included, if they are involved in those attacking returns in the attacking move that Brazil actually makes. So yeah, Sandro and Danilo against Croatia are the two defenders, and I will hold them. I'm not intending to sell them so far and up till now. So yeah, I've got Laporte, who is sadly out of the World Cup. They lost to Morocco yesterday. Shout out to Morocco. They were a pretty great side. Yassine Bouno, top notch. Hakimi, that penalty he took at the end, it was balls of steel, I'd just say that. So yeah, Laporte is out of the World Cup, so I would have to use my transfer here. We look at who I'm intending to bring in this one when I take out Laporte. So yeah, this is where I would use my one transfer. And Shaw and Hernandez, two attacking wing backs. Obviously, this is scary looking at the France side and a double up of England's defense, who did end up conceding against Iran, who was a good attacking side. Obviously, they were expected to be a good attacking side. So yeah, I'm not pretty satisfied with Shaw and Pickford. Maybe I'd let Pickford go, but I'd still keep Shaw, as he has the tendency to provide those attacking returns. He'd be up against Ousmane Dembele. Don't know how that duel would end up, but I still think that Shaw has the capability to do those attacking returns and return us some attacking points. Similar is the case with Hernandez. Obviously, France has not been the same defensive side they were during the when their players like Pogba and Kante and Kimpembe were fit. They still have some good defenders, but still they lack that solid stuff and in their defense, and I think they might end up conceding too. But Hernandez is in for the attacking return. Similar case to Shaw. So yeah, this is how my defense line is looking like. Now we look at the midfielders. I've got Perisic versus Brazil. I do not expect him to provide me attacking returns in this one, but hopefully he's looking at the other options we have. He's still a better choice. I mean, there is Ziyech. If you want to go for him, you can definitely go for Ziyech, but still I'd fancy Perisic over him. And that is just what my thinking is. If Croatia is going to score, I think Perisic is one of those players who has a high probability of being involved. Now next up is De Paul, who is in a cheap midfielder who is playing every game. He's pretty cheap, more of a bench filler, but Argentina is still a little bit favourite to win this game, and obviously De Paul hasn't been among the attacking returns, so yeah, he's just a bench filler. If he ends up getting those 3 points, I think that would be enough for the price he's being offered at. Dani Olmo is out of the World Cup, similar to case of Laporte, so yeah, I'd have to take out Dani Olmo. Bukayo Saka is the leading player who would take his place, and currently someone I'm looking at. Then Klaassen has a tendency to provide the attacking returns. I think Netherlands are going to score. If Netherlands scores, hopefully it would be Klaassen with the assist that he has provided in the previous couple of before the previous couple of games. So yeah, so that is why I've brought him in against Argentina. I already owned him in the wild card that we did for the round of 16. Now looking at Bruno Fernandes, he's one of those top-notch guys who has been in form for Portugal. He's among the most owned players. I think a lot of people now own Fernandes, like we used to do in Salah. We used to do with Salah and Kevin De Bruyne in the FPL. So yeah, similar is the case with Fernandes. Now a lot of people will own him due to his current good form. He has been among the attacking returns, and he got an assist yesterday too, in which they actually defeated Switzerland pretty badly. So yeah, these are my 5 midfielders. Olmo has to go as he do not have a game, and I have 5 transfers. Now we look at the attack. I've got Mbappe, Messi and Vinicius Jr. I'm pretty satisfied with this attack. Obviously, Messi and Mbappe are the 2 players that have this a 50-50 chance where they might end up being out of the tournament. I don't know what the next stage would be, but I would hold my transfers and see that if we do not get 5, I think we might get 3 or 5 transfers. That would be the case, but if we don't get that, I would definitely take out Mbappe after he has played and go for someone from Brazil or someone from Portugal, because Portugal has a higher chance of going out. But currently in this phase, I've got Mbappe, I've got Messi, I'd stick with them, and I've got Vinicius Jr. Now if there are if I fancy someone else from Brazil side, I might take out Vinicius Jr. and punt on Richarlison, who was top notch in the previous game too. He has been among the attacking returns, so he returned similar points to Vinicius Jr. But I still think, yeah, Richarlison could be a better option. I went with Vinicius just for the differential. I feel pity that I didn't give him the armband, but still I'm pretty satisfied with the points he provided me with. So yeah, Vinicius Junior or Richarlison could be, if you want to look at someone differential. Goncalo Ramos, who has been in form, hopefully he'd start the other game they have in versus Morocco. So yeah, he could be a good option. Could be a good option versus versus Morocco. So yeah, I would fancy Goncalo Ramos too. Richarlison, Goncalo Ramos, Vinicius Junior. You might double up on France's attack too. You might go for Harry Kane. So yeah, there are a lot of options. So this is currently where I stand now. Now let's look at what are the moves I could actually make in this one. So if I take out Laporte, now let's look at what transfers we have. A similar transfer or a like-to-like move would be Denzel Dumfries, as I have 6 million. So Dumfries would come in, but I already have Noppert and Shaw and Pickford. This would be not something I would fancy. Obviously Dumfries has the ability to provide those attacking returns, but I'm not pretty satisfied with the double up against tough teams. So let's just transfer him out and look at what options we might go for. I had an eye on Dalot. He's been playing pretty well in the Premier League too, and now the previous couple of games he started, he has been top notch. He has been among the attacking returns. Now, I'm not pretty sure if he starts again over Cancelo, but I still would fancy Dalot at 5.5 million to come in against Morocco. Now we look at Dani Olmo. I would just take him out and just to play it simple. Saka is someone I might look at 8 million. Now my team is pretty much set according to what I'm currently looking at. I think yeah, this is a good side, but if I would want to go for someone else, another differential in this part of the play would be so yeah. I think yeah, I can't bring him in. Sorry, my bad. I already have 3 Brazilians. So yeah, Saka could be someone, or I could go for Foden. So yeah, if I can go for Foden, and I don't know why I can't, because yeah, he's 8.5 million. I do not have the budget. 0.5 million. Sorry, my bad. I had a big day, a big day at work. Yeah, I was pretty busy, so yeah, my mind is not clicking too quick. I already have 3 Brazilians. I can't go for him. And I'm out of budget to go for Phil Foden. So yeah, let's just not use my mind a lot and just go for Saka. Just let me reset this. Let me just transfer him out. We can just look at Dalot here again, 5.5 million. Olmo goes out. Now it is 8.5. I don't know why Foden wasn't coming in. So yeah, Foden could come in. I don't know what the glitch was. It showed me it was locked first. So yeah, these are the 2 transfers I could use. Sorry about the little blunders, but this is currently what I'm currently looking at. So yeah, Foden, Dalot. I've got Fernandes already in the midfield. Klaassen and De Paul are some of the players. You might not agree with me, but yeah, they are more of a bench fillers in my side. I'm pretty satisfied with the attack, but if I would want to fancy someone else, I would just take out Vinicius Junior from my side. I would go for Richarlison at 7.5 million. I would still have 3 million to spare, and Rodrigo De Paul or Klaassen could go out. Rodrigo De Paul is a pretty cheap one, so yeah, I'd keep him at 5 million, and Klaassen costs me 6. I can take Klaassen out. Let's just look at what Ziyech costs. 7 million. Ziyech, another player against Portugal. I think yeah, Portugal might not keep a clean sheet in this one, as they haven't been pretty solid with their defense. So Ziyech could be the guy who he was pretty good against Spain too. Obviously Spain had a better defense than Portugal is currently portraying. But if Morocco scores, I think Ziyech would be their main man, other than Hakimi and Nasser Mazraoui, who have the tendency to provide the attacking returns. But yeah, I'd still prefer Ziyech over the others. So yeah, he would come in to face Portugal. So Ziyech in for 7 million. I still have 2 million to spare, and I'm not pretty sure what move to make with the 2 million. I have Pickford, Hernandez, Shaw. Noppert stays in. Sandro and Danilo. Now Sandro still, he didn't play the last game. If he's still out, I might, double up with someone else from their side. I can just, pick in Thiago Silva, as I have the budget, and to move around. So these would be my 5 transfers if I go for. So now looking at the side, there are a lot of changes from the one that I showed you in the previous video. That was obviously in the round of 16. A couple of teams have been knocked out that we thought were the favorites. So yeah, now looking at the side again, I'll talk about Nopard. I've already talked about Nopard, I won't talk about him, sorry. But I'll talk about Silva. Silva has been pretty alright. He also got the attacking return in the previous game. So yeah, kudos to the owners who brought him in. So he got 4 points in that. He obviously played 90 minutes. They end up conceding. Danilo went out. He got the clean sheet points. So yeah, he got the 6 clean sheet points. So Silva and Danilo, the Brazilian double up stays in. Dallo, a new member that comes in. Foden comes in. Ziyech comes in. Richarlison comes in, and the rest of the team stays. So this is somewhat a sketch of what I'm currently looking at. These are my intents. These are my transfers that I'm currently looking to make. Messi holds the armband if I play. Let me just reset this one first. I don't know. There are a lot of glitches in this one. I would have to refresh the side once again. Reload. So yep, this is. I can actually play this power captain in this one. So any player, the highest earner, would actually get the captaincy armband and will return me double points. So yeah, this is nothing like you wouldn't get triple captaincy kind of thing. If you play this, you're gonna get any player that scores the most points will become your captain. So yeah, I can apply this here, or I can wait for the semis. I think this would be the better one than the semis, because obviously semis would be teams that are tough and they have made it to the semis. They have a better defense. They have a better, things might end up at the penalty stuff, but still there are a couple of weaker teams. Looking at the other teams, so yeah, there are a couple of weaker teams in here, and I think that the power captain could be a good move in this one. So yeah, I'm intending to play my power captain in this one. I've already showed you how my team would look like. So yep, this is currently what I'm looking at. Let me know what are your transfers, and I'm again sorry for the little blunders that I made. This website is a bit glitchy, and my mind is a bit glitchy too due to the way, a long day at work. So yeah, currently this is what I'm looking at. Messi would hold the armband on the first day. If he doesn't, goes big, I would have to then look at Fernandes or someone else that I might bring in later on. So yeah, this is currently what my side is looking like. Let me know what are your plans. Are you intending to play the power captain in this one? And if you have any other chip left, what are you intending to play, and what are the players that are the hot performers that you are currently looking at? So yeah, this is currently it from my side. Please do subscribe and help me reach 700 subs. That is my request, a huge request to all of you watching. I hope you enjoy this holiday season, and yeah, thank you all for watching.